final car is in position now as we get set for 20 cars and 38 minutes of racing remain. Brady Owen grabs first gear. Mustangs on the front row as we wait for the lights to drop out, and they do. Gomersall, beautiful start from the Queensland, and the unit racing number 6 car is about to get swamped on the inside. A Ruben Goodall. Dalton finally got it together, but has lost so much track position already to Gomersall, who's disappeared up the road in car number 6. Dalton's busy trying to cover off the rest of the field, and here comes Owen on the outside in the Sydney Motorsport car. It's almost like yesterday again.
It's pretty much carbon copy of what yesterday, but just different players. He got a great launch and really controlled that second phase.
So round turn 3, Matt Charter on Ryan Thompson as everybody covers off, quite defensive for the first lap. You can't go side by side through here without some awkward, and there it is. Cars scattering like ants to the inside of that S-bend across the curb cam. It's a feisty first lap.
It's the beauty of that, having it open and no tyre bundles, that he could open the wheel and go straight through. A bit of biff and barge here, 3 wide.
They're not going to stay this way, are they? Thompson have to pull that car back in and does. So the RTR Services car for Anderson Motorsport with Bailey Hall pulling up for a good old-fashioned drag race at the end of lap number 1. There's 33 minutes of this still. They stay side by side at nearly 250 kilometres an hour in 6th gear.
It's something that he will learn. Like there, if it was me, I would have opened up the steering and made it a lot harder for him to keep on the track. They're both being very polite here.
Off the track goes Thompson, and a long way off. Is he going to keep it off the tyre ball? Just kisses it, and he'll drive out of it, but puts him to the back of the field. Someone had to give. It was brewing there for at least a lap.
I thought it was going to be Bailey Hall. I didn't think it was going to be Ryan.
And he went a long way off the track as we see Sweeney on Hall with Cody Bircher behind. So the largely unsponsored Blanchard Racing Team car number 33 gets ahead for a moment, puts him up into 12th position. Yeah, we're outside the top 10. Feels like we're racing for the front. It's still on further down the track. There's another passing move happening from Brad Vaughan, who goes side by side with Zach Best. Yesterday's race winner on the move as he goes up into 7th. Himself in 7th. So here's what happened a few moments ago. Was it just a nudge or just go wide? Hard to see if there's any contact between the two, but he certainly kissed the wall there.
It was like I said, if someone's on the outside, just open the wheel a little bit, just to offset off. You'll be able to see it here. Watch, you'll just open it a little bit wide. Yeah. See you later. So that's racing. You don't try. That's the danger of hanging on the outside, and inexperience, came through there. This was Brad Vaughan and Zach Best, ultra defensive on the exit of the final turn. And a South Australian taking no for an answer in the Brad Jones Racing Holden. Dalton to the outside. This has become a new craze, sweeping the nation through here over the last couple of days, and he's still pushing through the final turn. He's like a magnet on the back of the number 6, leaving a bit of Blanchard Racing Team marks on the back of the Tickford car. You can't keep this up for 30 minutes. It's racing that hard, and you're using so much of the tyre when you're racing like this.
Last year's round winner, and Alice Buckley is off the track in the gravel trap. The Castrol Autobahn car. So it's come to life. Just as I thought it was settling down. And hello, we're going to go 3 wide once again. Campbell Logan and Matt Hillier making contact. And they go on with it, mirror to mirror, wheel to wheel, as the safety car is called at the line.
Were they teammates last year? They? Maybe a little bit love lost from there. But the funny thing was they were into each other that much it let Bailey Sweeney go by, get them on the outside.
And a bit to go through here, James Courtney. And it all started up here at turn 2. So this was contact behind from Fitzsimmons, who got into Buckley, then into the YV Barnes and Sheds car. We saw the tail end of that, and moments later, the Castrol Autobahn car ended up in the gravel, just like that. So something in the steering department.
We were right, mate. We were the right. It's front right corner failure, I think, is from the impact before.
What about this 3 wide off the final turn? Sweeney, Hillier and Logan, teammates once. Not sure if they're going to be great mates after this, as the safety car was called.
You can see the order. Bailey managed to get back in front of them because those guys drove each other all the way to the inside.
We're looking good to go back to a restart here. The Shannon safety car heads the pit lane. Oh, there's a little bit of overlap. It's catching the attention up here. They're all moving to the left. You can't pass before the line. Nash Morris. It's side by side. And goes for it. So Morris read it, so too did Logan. We picked this, he goes down the inside of Bailey Hall. Up towards turn 2, here comes Brad Vaughan. Almost 3 wide up to turn 2. There'll be some tension on this lap.
There'll definitely be some heat, you can see. Oh, there we go. Zach's just opened up the wheel and escorted him wide. Good chance for Zach to make up some ground now.
Vaughan goes to 5th. Zach Best goes up into 6th position. In the first couple of corners, Sweeney was that assistance. That car was sideways. And now they're all stacking up behind with Matt Charter and Bailey Hall. To the inside goes Matt Hillier.
This is going to be grubby down at the next corner. 2 wide through.
This is the reason why. Take us through it.
You can see here, like, it's not the drama, it's that he's passing before the finish line. So you can see now he's already passed. What he needed to do was grab a little bit of brake and allow the other car to be just in front of him.
That's the difference.
If he just rested his left foot on the brake a little bit, it would have been fine.
There was a time where you couldn't even overlap. As we see him move around the outside of Gomersall, so the word would have got through to Nash Morris. It's time to get on with this. Gap is 3 seconds here in race 2 of the Dunlop Super 2 series. Dalton to Morris, who's got ahead of Gomersall, but trying to punch out 5 seconds to stop the rod of that penalty. Has been handed for the safety car restart infringement. We're watching Bailey Sweeney and Campbell Logan inside the top 10. The Blanchard Racing Team can't take it on the Tickford Autosport Mustang.
You can see Campbell can't hang with him through 1, and then he just gaps him enough that he doesn't have the room, or he's not close enough to dive in at 2. So he just needs to work on trying to get through 1 as closely as he can. Maybe sacrifice a little bit of the entry and then get on the power as hard as he can early. He's all over him here.
Cool shots between the Musco light towers and the trees from our Century Batteries drone cam across the shorter circuit. Meantime, well, the 2 MSR teammates having a decent scrap down the back. Well, Tommy Smith goes really wide, and Ed Hodson
went really narrow.
Yeah. The Kiwi loses that spot. We'll have to redress that. We don't know. Rihanna?
Jordan Sydney has just come into lane 4, Matt Charter Motorsport. He's had a slipping clutch. So they've done what Armin Charter tells me is the old NASCAR trick. They've got a can of Coke, the black doctor, stuck it on the clutch, trying to cool it down, and we'll send him out again.
High gear.
Yeah, geez. There we go. Bit of Coke. That is actually an old trick, and they used to pour it in the pit boxes because it went sticky when it was launching.
We're old enough to remember that. Wow. Armin Charter, who's been around the gig for a long, long time, they sat the season out last year. They're fully regrouped, and there is the YV Sheds and Barnes entry. It won't be another round win for the Victorian.
Maybe sacrifice a little bit of the entry and then get on the power as hard as he can early. He's all over him here.
Cool shots between the Musco light towers and the trees from our Century Batteries drone cam across the shorter circuit. Meantime, well, the 2 MSR teammates having a decent scrap down the back. Well, Tommy Smith goes really wide, and Ed Hodson
went really narrow.
Yeah. The Kiwi loses that spot. We'll have to redress that. We don't know. Rihanna? And he picked that off pretty quickly. He got past Ben Gomersall, who's running 3rd behind Nash Morris, who'll drop down the order with a 5-second penalty. What a day it's been. What a weekend it's been for Blanchard Racing Team in the main game and in the Dunlop Series. Lockie Dalton wins race 2 here in Sydney.
That's a flawless. He did a really good job.
Great victory for the Tasmanian. Gomersall will finish on 2nd position.
Logan got past Sweeney
He did.
after driving behind him for 35 minutes.
It'll be like, yes, done it at the end. The Artiva funding car. He had all the speed, but that start from the 2nd row was costly. But for Blanchard Racing Team, stoked with that result. Well, they might be too. Bailey Sweeney will get a top 10 result. Maybe 8th or 9th on corrected order here to checkered flag waves on the rest of the field here. Lockie Dalton, who got the gap out to nearly 3 seconds in the end, wins by 1.9 and gets the fastest lap of race 2 of the Dunlop Series here in Sydney. From Nash Morris, that'll change very soon when maybe down into 4th position. And on our screens just coming up now is 5 seconds to Ryan Thompson.